Hello.
Hey, how are
Does it
you?
work?
I can hear you and see you.
All right, great. Cool.
Thank you so much for doing this. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to talk to you. We had a great time at your show a couple of weeks ago in Pittsburgh. It was really great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had a
It
good
was a
time.
lot of fun. Yeah, you guys were really gracious. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
So that was I guess you had a show like in Indiana just recently. Is that the end of your summer tour?
Yeah, that was the end. I think it was Pittsburgh and then Indiana. So that was just the second to last one.
So are you taking a break right now with the release of your new album?
Uh,
Or are you headed
it,
out back
there's
on a
never a
tour again?
break.
A small
um,
break?
we'll be out for a weekend in September. Tell you ride, Brews and Blues Festival. But other than that, yeah, we're taking a break from the road. Our drummer's having a baby, and then I'm having a new baby. So
Oh,
there's some babies coming
congratulations
up.
to both
So
of you. That's awesome.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, can you talk a little bit about your tour? Like, how did it go? What was good about it? What you learned? That kind of thing. Like, well,
Yeah,
sorry about that. Sorry about that. Not sure
we're
what happened.
back.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, apologies.
All good.
Really?
No, the tour was great. We got to go to a lot of new places. We checked a bunch of cities and states off the list that we haven't been to or played in, like North Fargo, North Dakota, and
Oh, wow.
Vermont, and Maine, and
Yeah,
yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and especially meeting people and seeing people at the shows that in places that we've never played before, who were excited to be there, excited to see us, and so it was great. It was really fun. It was those summer tours, you never know if it's going to be hot or rainy, and we got a little
that's
bit of
true.
both. So,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
for sure.
but it was great.
Cool. So, actually, today is, I guess, the official release date of your new album, Heartbreaks and Last Goodbyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's an amazing album. I was able to buy a copy before the show because I guess you guys only had like 4 or 5 copies left, so I
Yeah.
did get one. Yeah, I have it here.
Woohoo.
And yeah, you guys all signed it, which is even more fun. So at least for me, I love that. So
Yeah.
thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm really loving the first song that you released, Heartbreaks and Last Goodbyes, as well as Ashes in the Snow. I noticed that you recorded with David Cobb. I guess he produced Chris Stapleton. That is crazy. How did you end up working with him?
He's I still wonder. Um, he's been on the radio for quite some time. He's worked with a bunch of bands that we've known throughout the years. And then now everyone knows him because of Chris Stapleton and
Right.
Jason Isbell and Sturgill Simpson. I mean, the list goes on, right?
Yeah.
But we just got in touch with his team, and we were able to record a couple tracks with them a couple years ago, just to see how it goes, and it worked great. And we approached him about doing a record, and he said all right. So we were
Yeah.
stoked, and yeah, it was able to we were able to do it.
That's very cool. So I was talking to Warren a little bit before your show in Pittsburgh, and he said that was the first time that the band actually lived at the studio while they were recording. You guys recorded in Savannah?
Yeah, recorded in
Yeah.
Savannah. It was the first time that the first time we all left Southern California to record a record,
Oh,
let alone stay all in a house together. And I mean, we recorded downstairs, we lived upstairs, um, so it was really a different thing for us, but it seemed to work really well because we were just eating and breathing it, and there was no distractions.
right.
Um, if someone's busy doing a guitar take, we just go out to the dock and attempt to fish, even though I'm pretty sure there's no fish in there, but Dave told us there was, and we never caught one.
Right.
But yeah, so it was just really, it was nice. And then when you're in a certain place to record a record as well, I mean, it definitely adds to the vibe of what you're doing and what you're writing and what you're
Hmm.
feeling at the time. So I really think that helped with the sound that we got.
Very cool. Well, it's a really amazing album. I've driven around town listening to it a couple of times. So, because
Love
I
it.
still have a CD player in my car, so just old school like that. So,
Yeah, no, I wish they still put CD players in cars. I
you know
still
what
have an
I
old
did?
one too, so
Yeah, do
I
you?
haven't stepped up yet, but
Yeah.
um,
Well, I have a 2012 Jeep, but I didn't know since I have such an older car that they don't put them in anymore until my friend got a new Jeep, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And she's like, "It's all computerized," and I was like, "What?" So it's very weird for me, but I guess that just shows my age. But
Me and
so
my wife both still have CD players in our cars. So
yeah, I still have
um,
my old turntable from the 80s too.
there you
So
go.
yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about your process when you're recording in a studio. Like, do you guys already have your ideas? Have you already written some things, or do you all collaborate together? Because I noticed, like, looking at your the CD liner notes, that there a lot of you are all on the writing credits. So
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole band is on every song. I mean, we do everything together. We're all in the room together, trying everything out as we go.
yeah,
And there's some ideas that we have in the room. We co-write some songs with people, so like those are ideas that we bring in into the room. Every song is just so different, though. I mean,
right,
there were songs that we had verses and choruses to, and there were songs that we had chorus to and no verses. This every song just kind of comes out of nowhere, so we just kind of sit down and go through everything that we've come up with. Going, before we actually get into the studio to record and um, pick start picking everything apart and trying to remember what we heard from something we did 3 months prior, and being
yeah.
like, we remember that being cool. Let's get back to that, stuff like that.
Do you find inspiration for writing like just in everyday things? Or are you inspired by other people's music? Influenced by different bands, that kind of thing?
I think it's just anything that you consume day to day, whether it be music or whether it be art or whether it be people or whether it be, anything that comes in uh, is inspiration coming out. It's not one thing or the other. Every song comes
Right,
from
everything's different.
different places, and there's no rhyme or reason to anything. At least how we usually do it. It's just what sparks at the moment, and then chasing it once it sparks.
Right, right. What kind of music were you influenced by when you were younger, and are you still influenced by those bands now?
Oh man,
I know it's a hard question because
my
there's so many bands.
yeah, my father listened to a lot of Motown oldies K Earth 101
Yeah.
every day on the way to school, and old gospel records.
Oh
So that's what
wow.
I grew up on.
Yeah.
Since the age of not even understanding what you're listening to the age of understanding a little bit more of what you're listening to.
Right, right.
Um, and yeah, and then once you are able to find your own music, it was kind of just classic rock. Everything from Boston to Aerosmith to The
Yeah.
Who and that whole vibe. And then
Yeah.
and then you're in high school and you kind of lean more into like the hard rock and the stuff that everyone's listening to be cool. And then you revert back to the stuff that you actually love, which is more of
Right,
like the
right.
classic rock and southern rock, and it's just a weaving thread of different random music that you just find yourself going towards. It's never
Yeah.
been kind of the same thing over and over again.
Who are you listening to now? Who are you really loving?
Man, I probably don't listen to as much music as people think I do. Um,
Really don't have as much time if you're making your own.
there's a lot of times where we just put on the radio. It's just Sirius XM
Yeah,
and whatever's playing that time on Willie's Roadhouse or
yeah,
on Chris Stapleton's radio or even the Yacht Rock station.
yeah, that's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah, nothing, and then I have my old records, which are just the same records I've had for years and years and years. Um,
Was
yeah,
there
it's
like
just,
one album that you like wore out?
well, when I was younger, I wore out Audio Slave for sure. They were used to be one of my favorite bands. And I mean, I think I've probably worn out, the Black Crowes records and Allman Brother
Oh wow,
records
yeah.
and all that stuff too.
Yeah. I really love the old Who, like old Who records.
Yeah,
Burned out a
yeah,
few cassettes back in the day when I was really getting into them. So, and I really love like old Tom Petty, like Damn the Torpedoes is like one of my
yep,
favorite albums. So yeah,
yeah.
I really like connect with his old stuff. But so what talking about your new album, I saw that Rock and Blues Music Review is saying that this album could be the album of the year. Did you see that?
Ooh, I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
kind
very
of
nice. Yeah,
incredible. When
yeah,
you saw that, where did you get like a tingle? Were you like, woohoo? Did you get
yeah.
euphoria from things like that?
Um,
From creating good music?
I it's a joy that people are actually even listening to it.
Yeah.
And that people, are enjoying it. I mean, that's all we've ever wanted is people to enjoy the music that we're
Right.
writing and to feel connected. So I appreciate the press. I appreciate anyone talking about it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't say I appreciate that more than I appreciate someone telling me in person that they loved
Right,
it. You know what I
right.
mean?
No.
No matter
It's
if
still
anyone's
nice to
talking
get
about
though.
it. Oh yeah, no, yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to to process completely because I mean we recorded this over a year ago and we've
Yeah.
just been chomping at the bit to get it out and we're already starting to write some more music. So
Oh
it's just
wow.
kind of surreal that it's finally actually out. And so people are reminding us, some people that haven't even heard it yet, and we're like, oh yeah, well this is it. And then we're so happy that people are hearing it and listening to it, and it just came out today. So
I
the amount
know.
of the amount of people reaching out already and people talking is
Yeah.
really really cool because it's hard sometimes as an artist to record a record and then wait so long for it actually to be out.
I can see
And
that. Yeah.
in the past we'd record a record and as soon as it's done mastering, it's like, okay, well we should probably do a record release show tomorrow.
Right.
It's done.
Mhm.
So it's just it's
On a
taking the
smaller, yeah, just on
time.
a smaller level. Yeah.
Yeah, taking the time with it's really really hard, but also really you know encouraging because
Yeah.
sometimes you kind of forget that it even happened, and you're like, oh yeah, people haven't even heard this yet.
Well, right, because you're on to the next thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it never really stops, especially if you're, a creative and an artist. You're always like moving forward and doing new things. So,
Oh sure. Yeah. I mean, it's probably like the movie industry. I mean, an actor does a movie and then 2 years later it comes out, but they've
yeah,
already filmed
that
two
would be a long
different
time to wait, but
movies.
yes.
But no, it's great. Yeah. And anyone taking the time to listen to it and then upon that taking the time to write something on the internet about it. I mean, yeah, having an opinion on it
Yeah.
is huge for us. I mean, that's more than you can ever ask for.
Well, that's sweet. I mean, you guys are very humble about it for sure. I did notice on the internet, I think it's kind of fun, especially if you like a band, especially for me, even as someone who interviews people, I'm a fan anyhow. So I'm always excited if I'm like, oh, I love your new album. And someone's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, woohoo. So it's like, I get a thrill. I think that people, when they love your band, and love your music or whatever, your albums, like you kind of give them like a little thrill and they are excited because, they've made a connection. So I think that helps also because if they're a fan, that makes them like kind of more of a fan, like more of a hardcore fan. Like I'm
Sure.
gonna follow this person's career the whole way through. I mean, and really like, for especially for creative people to have people support you and follow you. I mean, it's kind of your bread and butter too,
Oh,
people
hell
coming out to
yeah.
see you and buying your stuff. Like it's all really important. And
Hell yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and
I mean,
it's
we
like
can't do this without everybody else.
exactly. It's like,
It
it's a fun, I think that people really love that. And I think that, even just me being a music fan first, and I always say this to musicians and bands when I interview them, like, I love that whole thing. Like, I love the live music. I love albums, but the live music thing is a completely different vibe, seeing a band live,
sure.
know, having a vibe with everybody else in the audience, possibly meeting the band, whatever. Like that really is like a thing for me. I really love that. And that really like, I don't know, it's just like, I'm like, oh, I love this band. I love their music. I've seen them live. I met them. They were so nice. I'm definitely going to buy all their albums now. I mean, I'm just kind of like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, so are we. I mean, I, I am as well. I mean, that's
yeah.
how I take in music. I mean, I'd much rather see a band live,
Like I
and
really
say hi
enjoy
to
it
them,
a lot. Yeah.
than,
If I don't go, I'm like, I have nothing to do. I'm so boring. I need to see a band.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then that's why we always try our best, to get out there after the show and meet people and feel that energy that we felt on stage, but feel it in person
yeah.
too. Because I mean, we need that energy to build us back up for the next day too.
Yeah.
If
Oh, that's
if
true.
if we were on
Yeah. For the
stage and
next gig.
didn't get any energy back from people,
Yeah.
um, then we wouldn't have enough energy for the next day to do it again. And that's something that happened during
I
those
guess I really didn't think about that, but I guess, yeah, that makes
yeah,
total sense.
those weird COVID eras where you're doing live
Oh, yeah.
streams, but there's no
That's
one
hard.
tangible to feel that energy from.
Right.
So
Energy is really important.
yeah, you do one of those and you don't feel anything. So you're like, why would I ever do that again?
Yeah.
And then only because you're used to feeling that energy live. So when you don't feel that, then you're like, something's wrong. And
Yeah, you're missing
it's
something.
because we don't want to play for a camera.
Right. Plus
Um,
you plus the energy, and then you get all those nice endorphins afterwards. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's
for
it's it's
sure.
it's all science when it comes down to it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you guys were so gracious and so nice to your fans, and I just super. It was just a really great experience, and I just had the best time. So
Yeah, well, I mean, once again, not to beat a dead horse, but I mean, without the
yeah,
fans, that's how we do what we do.
right.
If we didn't have the support, and we wouldn't be able to do it. So,
But I totally get it. Okay, so I've noticed like your music being described as like blues rock or southern rock, and some I've seen some comments even like on YouTube. People are saying, "Oh, they kind of sound like the Allman Brothers." Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that you sound a little bit like them, or do you just think like you're just doing your own blues and rock thing?
I think I think people can hear Allman Brothers in what we do. I
Yeah,
think
like
people can
some
hear, I think people here can
influence.
hear everything that we've ever heard in what we do.
Oh, yeah,
We're not starting some brand new music out
oh
there.
yeah,
I mean, we're playing the same music that the Beatles played, that everyone plays. We're just, we are our own people, so
yeah,
it
with your own
sounds a little different,
interpretation.
but we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're doing what we love to do, and we're not trying to be anybody. We're just
Trying
simply
to be
writing the
you.
music that we love and trying to make it so we enjoy playing it, and not
Yeah, for
worrying too much
sure.
about anything else. But
So let
yeah,
me ask you this. So can you remember when, like maybe in your life when you were younger, like what was there like one moment when you were like, "This is it, I'm gonna do music," or was it just like not conscious decision? Or
um, I don't think it was a conscious decision. Like, okay, now I am going to do this. Um, I think it all just happened naturally. I mean, I was playing music in bands. I was having fun doing it. I tried to go to college. I got an offer to go up to Northern California and play a show, so I made a tour of it and played coffee shops and decided not to go back to college.
yeah,
I didn't think of it at the time. I was just, I want to go do this, so I'm going to go do it.
yeah,
Um, and then it was, I don't know, just a natural progression of things happening. Like, oh, cool. If we do it like this, then I don't have to go work at the coffee shop in the morning,
right.
because
Or I don't have to go back
if
to
I play
school.
that night at that bar, then that'll pay me the same amount of money as I would make working at the coffee shop all week. Like
Hmm.
you start doing little things like that, and then you realize that thank God you're only 25 and you still live with your parents and you don't have any kids or wives or anything,
Right,
because
right.
you can't really support anything else with playing music. So that's all natural progression. It wasn't a spiritual moment or a seeing God thing where I'm like, I know what I'm supposed to do now. Um,
Everybody's so different because some people will say, like when they were like 6 or 7 years old, they were like, "This is it. I'm going to be a rock star. I want to be a musician," or something like that. So it's different how everybody's experiences are so individual.
yeah, I mean, if we went all the way back to childhood, I mean, I put on puppet shows, so I probably enjoyed performing for my
Yeah.
family and feeling that energy at a young age.
Mhm.
And I would charge 50 cents and I'd set up chairs and my family would come pay me and I would put on a puppet show.
Yeah.
So it probably started there
Yeah.
if we get too deep, and natural. So who
I
knows?
understand that. I used to do drama things in high school and junior high, so I get that. So what inspires you to play music or tour? Like why do if that's too hard a question to answer, but like why do what you do? Like is there a certain reason, or does it, like you said, it's just natural progression because you love music?
Yeah, because I love it. Um, if I didn't love it, I don't think I'd do it. I just like to support people to do what they love in
Mhm.
their life. Sometimes it's not always viable at the time, and sometimes it takes a little bit extra. But yeah, I love doing it. I love being on the road. I love playing music. I love how it makes me feel. And
Yeah,
if I can support my family doing that, I'd rather support my family doing that and enjoying life, opposed to doing it another way. So
right.
that's
Well,
what
you're
keeps
really
me
good at what you
inspired.
do, so
Well, thanks.
yeah, very good at it. So I mean, I think you're think you're hitting all the marks there. But and I think your band is I mean, I know you guys are kind of big, but I think that you're gonna like really explode. Like I think you're really just gonna, in my opinion, like just be because I know Warren had mentioned, he said, well, we're kind of he said something in passing, like we're kind of at a lower level. And I thought, well, I don't really think you're at a lower level. And I think he's just being humble. I know he's just being himself, but I was like, I think you guys are kind of big. So
We're going to continue to do what we do and enjoy every minute of it.
yeah, well, that's a great attitude too. So I just have a couple more questions. So what's the whatever? Oh, this is what I really wanted to know. This is like kind of not about music, but if you do have any downtime, do you have any hobbies, or is there something about you that not many people know about you? Like,
Man, downtime with a toddler and a new baby on
yeah.
the way.
So you're like, no, I'm just a dad, and I play music.
Yeah, I'm a dad first and foremost. Um, I love to cook when I have the time.
Oh, nice.
Um, I like to tend to my garden if I have the time, but
Yeah.
it's not that big. It's just a little couple things here and there. Um, and then yeah. Other than that, if I even have ability to, I would love to go see local shows that are happening that
Yeah.
I don't get out too much anymore. Saying that, I haven't been out to one in a long time, but that's it. It's just seeing the friends and family while I'm home
Right.
as much as I can, and yeah, just being here for my kid and soon to be kids because being gone a lot is not easy
That's hard when you have a
for
family for sure. And if they're
for
young
anyone.
and
So
stuff.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't, when I get home, as much as I can be, it's home time.
Yeah, you're being present. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Well, is there anything else you would like to add before I wrap up with you?
No, new record just came out. Go listen to
Yeah.
it. Go
Yeah,
find it.
right?
Go
Yeah.
share it with your mom and your dad and
And your
your
friends.
kids, your ex-wives,
Yeah.
your high school girlfriends,
Right.
anybody.
Well, we're definitely we've definitely been playing your music on our show, and we'll probably continue doing that. And then
Awesome. Well, thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll be in touch
Yeah,
with your PR guy about when we're going to air and all that stuff. And
sounds
good
good.
luck with your new baby, and congratulations to your
Yeah.
new wife.
Well, cheers. We'll see you next time we
Cheers.
hit
Thank you so
Pittsburgh.
much. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.